All right, girls, we spoke about this interview. It's getting to the end of the year. I was super proud of you two getting in the studio and doing this. I could see how much you guys have grown this year. And, you know, being a big part of, you know, your journey, you know, and Annabelle, like having your dad Ray here and your parents that have come here, I do sometimes feel like you are my kids as well. I don't want to cry. It gets a little bit teary sometimes. No, but it's special because I've had so many moments with you guys, and I'm being honest with you. So when I'm sitting here, you know, and a lot of people watch us, you know, everywhere, and both of you are, you know, I don't say this enough because I'm pretty tough on everyone. Both of you are sensational trainers. You know, people come up to me about you guys all the time. So, you know, I feel like it's fitting. I feel like, you know, we're in this small island well, it's a massive island in Australia. And, you know, like I always have the belief set that I'm, you know, the underdog, but I'm going to fight like a dog to become the greatest, right? So I feel like, you know, I've seen how you lift, I've seen how you train people, I've seen your service. And to be honest, I feel like, you know, sometimes you may not believe you're the best in the world in what you guys do, especially in powerlifting. You as a trainer, as a coach, you know, it's about making people feel better. But I do honestly believe in you guys a lot, and that you guys are world standard in the fitness industry and in helping people. You've trained some massive clients, and I think it's important for people to understand our story and listen to our story on the Elevate Experience and her podcast. And I'm excited about today.
We're excited
Thank you for having us on. We feel honoured, and thank you for that such emotional
I was getting
intro.
a little bit teary, I'm going to be honest
I've
with
never
you.
seen that such a soft side to you, Mez.
We're already getting emotional.
I know, we just started.
Look, you know, like sometimes it is, this whole life, like I've been doing it for 27 years, it is an emotional ride because you do care. And as tough as I am sometimes, like I actually care about everything. And then I have to shut myself off because I can't stay in that emotion for too long if I want to
That's your
create
superpower
something.
as well, Metz. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? Like that is a superpower itself. And like,
Probably have to thank my dad for that. Yeah.
Yeah, but you are you are a leader in this industry, and like we are not here just for the gym. We're here for you as well. Like we both came here like, well, for me it would be like 10 years ago I first stepped into this gym. For you,
I want to say it's nearly been 5 years, which is crazy.
2020.
Yeah. And like, if you think both of us when we first started, we were so young and so fresh and new.
So young, so fresh. I like even for me. I remember when I first ever came in here, like for my first ever shift, like I literally had no idea how to even send an email. Like I knew nothing. All I was doing was studying to be a PT. That's all I knew that I wanted to do, and I didn't know anything. So we started me on admin, and I remember Tina being like, "Jaz, can you just CC these people in for the challenge email?" And I remember having my phone behind reception going,
How
what does CC mean?
And we didn't have ChatGPT then.
We
so
didn't
you
have
had to Google
ChatGPT
everything.
then, so I was absolutely screwed. So I've learned from the bottom, worked my way up,
Yeah,
she is.
worn every single hat in this business.
Yes.
But like the growth comes down to the accountability that you have given us. So like from teaching classes to being coaches, even to doing a podcast. So we're following your steps. Like you've allowed us these opportunities to rise as not just personal trainers, but as leaders as well in the industry. And for us now to even have our podcast, that's allowed us to step up to become more leadership role than just coaches, you know, and that's keeping us accountable itself. So our growth comes down to you, Metz.
Yeah, we have a lot to thank you for. We're very grateful to be here in this room, but in this gym, and to thrive in both of our businesses. Like you always let us, you know, go in paths that we want to go down. You don't hold us back. You don't put ceilings on us. So
And that's
we thank you. Yeah.
Also, like what Titan does, like Titan isn't just a gym because we've seen the growth, like, well, I have as well, like from the 10 years that I've been here. So like Titan's more like, it's like an ecosystem where it has something for everyone. It's a culture with a standard, and you know, we are here because of that. We're drawn here. It's our safe place. It's our place where we grow. It's where we connect. There's community, and it's obviously our workplace as well. So like we are so grateful that we have the opportunity to like live and thrive and be a part of Titan Fitness. You know, and
well, that's what I've always wanted to do for everyone. I never forget when Kenny came, and he thought that I was going to be the same as every other place, and he was just sold on fucking me creating this podcast studio.
Yeah,
this is the honest
Kenny.
truth. And he thought I was nuts just trying to create this. Didn't see the rest of the gym of what we've done last year, But I kind of knew what he wanted, and again, even when Kenny was coming on board, because I've been in positions, Jaz, and you probably know this in this business where, you know, previous to our marketing team now and the one before that and one before that, they wanted to put everyone in a box, and I felt during that time, and you probably know what time that was, none of us were thriving.
Yeah.
And I felt like that wasn't me either, right? And I've gone through a lot of these changes, and even like when you guys come on board, and more so now, we're really allowing people to grow more. It doesn't mean that there's certain jobs that you're not going to do. Just before I came up here, I was taking the new sauna benches up, so you got to fill in and jump in. But I always felt like in my life, and it goes back to Rockdale, I was stuck there, and I used to question myself if I would come out of it, and I never wanted anyone to feel that way. So I try and empower people, and a lot of the times it makes people uncomfortable.
Yeah, but that's where people evolve, that uncomfortableness. And like, I feel like this place and you, like, it's like, I know this sounds really cheesy, but it's like where dreams are like made into reality. Like whatever you want to do, like there's an opportunity for you to do it. Whether it's have your podcast, whether it's be an instructor, whether it's to run a seminar, like whatever avenue you want to take and whoever you want to be, Titan Fitness can give you that opportunity, or you can give us that opportunity.
But I will say that only comes by if you hold us to a standard where we have to put the effort and the work in. It doesn't just come
100.
to you. Like, how many people have you seen come and go? The people who stay are the ones who put in the work.
Yes,
and I
100%.
Feel like, which is a good question for you. Like, do you think you're someone who can see potential in people early on, or does it take you a while to get to know them?
I feel like because there's tactics around this, because what happens is someone starts the race and then you either succeed and you get through all of the hills and the ups and downs, and at the end you win, but you high the standard. But it's like you don't.
The goalpost is always moving with you.
It is. It's always moving. But look, man, fuck. You think about it, I've been doing this for 27 years, right?
I know.
And recently, and this is just recently, I think we've been able to do a better job. Just recently, you know what I mean? And I'm talking probably in the last 6 months. I think a pivot, like I've had so many different pivotal moments in my life, but I think one of the biggest ones was when I was in Europe. And like when I look back at this year, I've been away for 3 months of the year, right? And the business has grown more than ever. So it's been pretty cool to be able to put new systems in where it's helping people thrive. And I've got some really, really cool ones that's going to make everyone's growth even more that I'm working on right now. Because, what I've done too, this is my mistake too sometimes, because you've got to remember I study a lot on leadership, on coaching and all that kind of stuff. And I've failed many times, and where I failed was like I watch Annabelle now and she's doing her workshops and powerlifting. So what happens is when you can put them in the place where they can coach the best, it's better. When you got to do a collective of the whole gym and every department, that's extremely hard. And because of a lot of the new technologies, I can actually get around every team now. That's made the growth of every individual better. When I look back at it, when you ask me that question, Annabelle, like, I have got it wrong too, like where I thought certain people would be beyond probably where I thought they would be. But I go back on this one thing. We've got a lot of great people in the business. There's a lot of great people. They can't push the last pointy end of where it's hard. Like they can't make someone that uncomfortable to get them good. And I assumed that was easy, but after like 27 years, I realised it's very difficult. And so, and I'll take the accountability on that. And then just like recently, like I'm challenging these guys to do heaps of things. And, that's why when I say to people, like when you got a business, it's hard to sometimes I'll get it wrong. I'll get it wrong and I'm sweet with that. And I'll go back to the person that's in the team. I'll go, it's not you that's the problem. It's you're not right to do this final part, which is, I go, most people aren't. And that's the conversations that I used to have with you guys. You know what I mean? Like that part of the conversation, like no one wants to have. And, you know, I do it to some team members now where I'm doing it more consistently and I can see the change faster. And it's not to put anything away from some of the great people we have in this business. And, you know, it's you have to take accountability for that. I'm kind of lucky that there's a lot of new technologies coming that can help me help this business a lot more, right? And, you know, when I was talking to one of the staff members before, I go, mate, if you had me at 25, you would have had a fucking shit, mate.
Yeah, because you've learnt so much now, like, because your skills as a leader are getting better and better.
I was a good worker, but I wasn't a leader.
Yeah.
I wasn't. And
what would you say is like the hardest thing about being like a leader that everyone relies on? Like, what's the hardest thing?
They rely on, like, hearing my voice. You know what I mean?
What's the hardest thing for you?
For me, because I think about that, like I'll think about you and you just don't even know it. You just won't know. I go, fuck, I got to get back to that person because I feel like they just need that
message.
No, they just need that extra little bit. And so, like, we're building a standard operational procedures CRM, right? So, like, you can go on there, Jaz, soon, or Annabelle, and I'll be able to go, this is where you were at, and we can go through your whole timeline because I can record this whole thing because I'm starting to do it now with the team. I go, this is where you're at, this is what you're able to achieve. Now I'm going to speed up where you're going to get to next. Because I've seen how much you've grown and you've grown, this next part I can speed up more. So a lot of the times what would happen, and I was watching this interesting thing the other day, it was a podcast, I watched the Diary of a CEO, and Kevin O'Leary was talking about Steve Jobs. So he used to work for Steve Jobs. And he said Steve Jobs was the biggest arsehole, like the biggest. But he goes, he knew how to make the needle move. And he used to say stuff like, I don't give a shit what anyone thinks. Are you making money, Steve? Shut the fuck up, right? He used to pretty much say that. But he goes, let's put that aside. Okay, he goes, say he was an arsehole, right? But he goes, what he done unbelievably well. He goes, say there's noise, right? And that noise, you can't focus on your job as much, right? So outside noise is almost everything. Like, I'll walk out of here and a member will stop me, right? But I'll help that member. But what I try and do is I try and move forward. So I shut out the noise. So I go, what are the 3 most important things I've got to do today, right? Or 4. So then I shut all the noise out. So and what he was able to do is any noise that comes to him, he can shut everything out and will focus on those 3 things. But you shouldn't be an arsehole. Like you can't bring people down to nothing, right? I believe you can't do that, right? And so, and even though I'm tough to make you better.
Yeah.
So now I can shut out more noise than ever before. And that's all noise.
I think that, like, when people realise that and they see that about you and your leadership style, that's when they win and that's when they keep going because they understand where it's coming from.
Yeah.
Do you know, like, when someone's pushing you, it's like, it's for your own good, for you to grow, for you to be better. You know, because, like, I feel like whenever we say something to you, like, if it's something that we want to achieve or we want to do, like, you don't forget. And, like, I feel like back in the day, like, if I've mentioned anything to you that I've wanted to do, even if it comes slight in conversation, like, you don't forget and you will push and push and push and push to see if you meant your word. Do you know what I mean? And, like, I feel like that's also a test itself.
Yeah, but,
you know?
but not only that too, Jaz. I think about what you want and I go, if she doesn't get that, she won't be happy.
Yeah, but that's exactly what I mean.
That's how I think about it.
But that's what I mean. Like, that's you. That's why you're an incredible leader. Because like, you think that in the back of your head, but you don't verbalize that. Do you know what I mean? But this is what you do behind the scenes, and like, it's amazing. And like, you push and you push and you push until that person succeeds and becomes the version of themselves that they want and they need to be. Yeah. You know.
Mate, I'll tell you a story with him, with Kenny. See this room? He didn't know nothing about these computers, right? I had to be with a guy that he didn't want to go near. This is a true story. And I go, Kenny, I know nothing about this, mate. I go, watch what I go, let me handle
try
it.
to type on that computer.
I go, let me handle it. And I used to just get the system down. And he go, mate, I don't want to go near that guy. And I go, man, it's not about going near him. I go, but you got to, I don't know how to do this. Like I'm sitting down with all the AI guys. I don't know how to do all of that. I just know how to coach them.
Yeah.
Right? That's probably the number one skill. So when you look at a coach, right, and I explained this analogy to one of my team members. I said, look at Liverpool, for instance. They won the title last year, and they're going really bad. So I've been watching it. They lost one of the players to a car accident while I was in... no, they lost him this year while I was in France. He died. One of the top players in the team. And I thought to myself, okay, how's that going to affect the team? They win their first 5 games, and they're losing badly. And they're probably going to sack the coach. Same team, one player passes away. Then I was looking at the story, and what he's doing is not bringing the young players through. So he's not understanding the young players coming through. And it's amazing because it's the same team, and now they're going bad and they're fighting. And I was explaining this analogy to one of the team members, and I said, in coaching, you can't win all the time. Like, you're going to lose. There's going to be times when you're going to lose. There's going to be times when it's going to be tough. There's going to be times when you feel like you're alone. And I've got accustomed to feeling that way. And it's not a bad thing, but you got to understand that like this is what it takes. This is how it works. And you know, I had the girl from Muscle Republic, Nora, come last week, and we were just talking, and we were sitting in this room, to be honest. She goes, "Why haven't you opened more gyms?" I said, "I don't have the best system, I feel, yet." But I go, I am going to have the best system soon. But it doesn't mean I'll probably open more gyms. Like, I'm building more businesses at the moment. And I said, I feel like I got more control because I go, now I'm understanding how to be with influencers. So, you know, I'm creating this new thing for influencers, like on a process to help you grow now, right? I want to build your portfolio. I want to build your profile. And it was interesting because she goes, you know, you got competitors, and I know all of them. They're opening more. I said, yeah, but if you go to that gym and you go and ask their people to come to my gym and go to their gym, I guarantee you they'll see a completely different quality.
Yeah.
Because of the people that we have here. And I was, after a certain amount of time, I wasn't comfortable of us not being able to give that service to the people. And, you know, and I said, I'm going to build the business differently. Doesn't mean I don't want to be much more successful. And, you know, with the supplements, how I'm going to Melbourne again next week because I'm formulating more. And we've got the website up, and we've got all new merchandise coming from overseas. We've just ordered it today. And so, you know, to be that leader, and you guys are a part of Substance, you guys are a part of Titan Fitness, it's like, okay, how am I going to make them grow as leaders here now? How am I going to make them grow as leaders here? And then you guys can come back to me and go, Mets, I want to be a better coach. I want to inspire more people. And then it's easier to have these conversations with these new systems because, you know, I said to the team, we now have the technology to almost film you 5 years ahead of where your goal is. Mm-hmm. I said, but
driving Lamborghinis.
I go, but I'm not going to I'm going to make it that hard that it scares
Actually,
you.
helicopters into the gym.
Can we get a helipad on the roof?
Helipad for Jasmine.
It's funny, you know, when
Annabelle.
that as well. I went all the way to Ingleburn. My brother goes, mate, it'd be mad if we had a helicopter that flew us over here. I said, you're fucking probably right.
Put that on the vision board.
Yeah. But I think that's also why, like, people, like, they do feel different when they come into this gym because, like, obviously it's the community, but it's the culture as well. And, like, what happens behind the scenes, it does reflect on the outside. Like, you can just feel it when you walk in here, that the amount of effort, love, care, sweat, blood, tears that goes on behind the scenes to have this place running, as a tight ship it is, but also, like, the cleanliness, the happiness of everyone that works here as well. Like, it's like you feel it when you come in here. Yeah. And that, like, all comes down to, like, the culture and the accountability and the leadership that goes on behind the scenes here, for sure. Yeah.
And you know, creating that it seems easy, but it's not easy. Like, you guys know what this business had to go through to get to this point.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen even in the last few years it's changed so much, but also the core has still been the same.
The same, yeah.
Yeah, but the systems are always changing. The processes are changing. The actual gym itself is changing. It's always upgrading.
Yeah, it's always evolving as well.
Evolving, that's the word, always. But the team is evolving with it. Like, to touch on your point before, I feel like you always know not to say something to Mets until you're really serious about following through, because
100% he will make it happen.
You mention you want to do X, he's like, tomorrow, let's do it. We're going to do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
What, fuck no, I thought maybe
so
next year.
It's so true.
So,
Like when
and he's on your back.
Even we had the idea of the podcast, we were like, let's tell Mets now, and we were like, no, wait.
We
can't ask
we're like,
yet if
hang on,
we can do it.
let's just think this
'Cause
through.
we need to be like,
I'm
yes,
pretty,
but like,
I'm
these
pretty
are-
effed up like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like, you know, I get done the class and I come in on Tuesday, I go, what's going on, man? She goes, what do you mean? I go, you built momentum. What the F is going on? I go, you change that timetable now. Then as
Let's
ring
go.
the DJ, it's back on again this Saturday.
The DJ.
And then Tina comes in, she goes, but what? I said, mate, don't worry. It's just go with the ride.
Yeah.
Just go with the ride. And, you know, and it's happening this Saturday and everyone's excited, you know.
Yeah.
And I just decided that yesterday.
Yeah, I love it.
You know,
It's
it was
good.
just like on the spot.
What, this weekend?
For the next 4 weeks, we've got a DJ down here.
Amazing.
Jazz.
We need to fit him on the gym floor. Imagine
We
having a
are.
leg session.
We are, but don't
to a
push
live
me.
DJ.
It's going to happen.
Like, it would go
Look,
off.
you know what happened? I was out on the street before,
Any
right?
DJs listening?
Yeah.
And George comes up to me, he goes, mate, can you do one of those as a Christmas party for the whole gym
Yeah.
next Saturday?
Mets, we need a Christmas party back for
And
the
I go to
gym.
myself,
They're
you know
like,
what?
Well,
I go,
no.
I'm gonna do it. And that was just
Do it.
Do you remember the Christmas
literally
parties back in the day?
30 minutes before we came into this room.
Are we going to do one?
I'm probably going to do one as crazy as it is,
This year?
Jazz.
Can we?
Yeah, next
Do you
weekend.
remember that
Crazy
time we
as it
turned the
is.
reception into a bar?
No, what I'm going to do, what I'm going to do it during the day between like 10 and 3.
Yeah.
Right? Because, you know, that way, like, everyone's sort of pumped up. It's easy time to clean.
Yeah.
I'll have a DJ on each floor. I'll get the other DJ. You know, the way I look at everything now, I think I'm going to have a DJ almost every weekend, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because,
such a vibe.
because like, you know, I know the one of the beds are coming next week, the Reform Party's bed.
Amazing,
No,
yeah.
tomorrow. I want people to feel an experience and excitement, you know, because, you know, the mirrors going up in that room upstairs in the Reform Party's studio backing up as, you know, yoga, Pilates and pump next week, which is going to create a vibe in there as well. So I wanted to create a vibe in every section. And you know, when you got good music and you got a DJ, the team, you know, the team looks happy. Like when the DJ was there and everyone's having fun.
It was such an
You know, I almost forgot about the
experience.
targets that they had to get.
Yeah, forget. But they,
For
they were
one
just,
moment, I forgot the targets.
But like, it's all about experience, you know, and that's what, even like, yes, with a DJ, but even without a DJ, that's what happens when you come here. It's an
You know
experience.
what's funny? I am gonna there's gonna be like stuff like that we're gonna do all the time. To be honest, like almost every weekend, all the way through next year, because like you think about it, like we love training, we love experiences, we love where we are in Coogee. Isn't it cool to be able to do that? Where you go, fuck, if this place feels like everyone's training hard,
Yeah.
they're getting amped up because you got to hit all the senses.
Yeah.
And when I was watching the underground class last week, I go, that's mad. Now I've got to do that for
Yeah.
spin. Now I've got to do that for Pilates on the
Pilates.
gym floor.
Yeah.
And it's what I love about it is like, you know, I enjoy it. And I go, if I'm enjoying it, imagine how much they're enjoying it. And then the
Yeah.
slushy
Yeah.
machines.
Yeah.
I think it's like it all comes down to like community. People love to feel
Yeah.
like they're a part of something bigger than them, and like I think that that sort of stuff bleeds into how I want to run my business too. Is like I want my clients to feel like they're a part of something that's really special, and it's not just here you go on your merry way. Like you could very much easily just have a gym, and that's what most gyms do, and
Yeah.
you just come in and train and off you go. But what makes us different is we want to give them more, and how can we make you feel special, and everybody wants to be a part of something.
Yeah.
And I think
and like
that's
connection as well.
Connection,
and it's like it's on
community.
like it's very like it's on like an intimacy level, like with everyone. Like it's very intimate. Like it's like I think members that come in, it's not just like you're a whole. It's like you're one. Everyone is one. Do you know? Everyone comes in.
Yeah.
And like everyone's acknowledged. Members know members. Members make friends. You know, they hang out, they train, they get results, they grow as individuals. It's not just about aesthetics. It's like way beyond that. Like, it is an experience.
And you see that on the gym floor. Like, you know, you come in the mornings and everyone's
it's
just
a vibe. It's just a
having
feeling, like the
fun
morning crowd. Everyone's up there, morning. Like, it's like that's you want to be a part of it, and it becomes like addictive to be a part of that community. Like, you don't want to miss out.
You know what Jaz, too, like, you know, adding on to that, like, we are a family.
Yes.
Like we like, you know, within like all of us, right? Because you've got families, and I know a lot of your families, and I love that. I love that because I feel like, I go, what are the principles and the values we want to live by, right? And even like, you know, I never forget, I was talking to Ella a while back, and she goes, now I know why you have this policy, you know, in your gym. And I said to her, it's just to protect everyone.
Yeah.
It is.
What policy?
Which one?
Like,
Tell us, say
sleeping with fucking everyone. You know what I mean? Like, fucking just going free for all. But it's hard. It's hard in the gym.
Did that used to happen a lot?
Oh, do you remember?
No, they used to have cracks.
We went through a little phase where
there was probably a lot more.
That's why there's no member Christmas parties.
Oh, mate,
they were mayhem.
That was another problem. That's another issue separately, and that's why we had to stop, because that's why it's easier in the gym, and it's the daytime, and you can move. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's why I was thinking about it. I haven't even told Susie. I just heard about it an hour ago. She's going to go, what the fuck?
Be like,
we're having a party.
What the fuck you doing, man?
For fuck's sake.
But it is what it is. Like, I don't care what people say. I just want to create a feeling.
Yeah.
And I want to finish the year off everyone being more excited. Like, just how can I get them their excitement beyond, you know, what exists at the moment. And, you know, that's why, like, you know, when we had the DJ last week, I go, fuck, we've got to do this more often. And then, you know, Arga goes, what are you going to do for just 1 week? I go, no, man, I'm hiring this guy for the next 4 weeks. I go,
Same
next
guy?
4 weeks. It was a different guy, but I'm going to mix both of the DJs up. I want to mix both of the DJs up. Because,
let's have a party.
Because, you know, and you know what, it's December too, Jaz. Like, Annabelle, it's the festive season. Everyone's happy.
Yeah.
So I go, how can I...
Everyone's thriving. Everyone's having a good time.
Yeah.
They've put work in. Everyone's looking good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's off work. It's so fun.
Yeah, yeah. And that's the biggest thing, because if you create that atmosphere with your team, with your people, and then you give them purpose and you allow them to grow, and you don't put them in a box. Like, I don't want to put anyone in a box.
Yeah.
I don't even want a box to exist, but I go, if I'm going to challenge you, I'm only going to challenge you on what I believe you can do. I don't believe, when I give someone a challenge, I actually don't believe that they can't do it.
You believe that they can?
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Yeah. Does being such a role model leader, does it have an emotional toll on you that no one sees?
No. Look, and you know, it's funny because I was asked this question, like, and a good mate of mine, he goes, man, sometimes you got to switch off. I go, man, I fucking watched Seinfeld that night. I go, how much do you want me to fucking switch off?
What's that?
Seinfeld.
See, she doesn't know Seinfeld. Yeah, see, she's laughing.
What's Seinfeld?
You don't know Seinfeld?
No, I don't watch TV.
Someone get her a TV.
This is the best part about it. I knew Jaz wouldn't know Seinfeld anyway.
Oh my God.
What is it?
It's a show.
It's a show. Jerry Seinfeld, watch it.
Okay.
I
didn't
it's
watch
funny.
TV. I didn't even have a Netflix password. I didn't even know what...
Do you know what's funny, Jaz? Like, there's a channel on 1115, and it's just constant reruns. So I watch the same thing over and over again. And what it does
is...
Is
you switching off?
Yeah, that's me switching off.
Or you go into a dark room.
I don't go in a dark room, like, I mean...
Well, sometimes I'm like, how's it going? And you're like, I'm just going to go into a dark room.
Well, sometimes I feel like that, because you got to remember, like, you know, when I come in this room, I feel like I'm free.
In here?
Because no one's here.
Yeah.
Like, what people don't understand, like, and this is for 27 years, all I've looked at is numbers and data. And you think about every time you walk into your gym, you walk into problems, right, for 27 years. And, you know, and sometimes, like, you feel like, can I just have a moment to breathe? Like, you know, and there's days I feel like that, but most of the time, I embrace going in and going, okay, well, what have we got on today? We're going to start.
So you got your you wake up and you have like your 4 like non-negotiables or 4 things that you've like set for the day.
Well, like yesterday,
what's your
for
main
instance, I'll give you an example. Look, my main driver is, like, for me, I love experiencing life as well. Like, I've been everywhere in the world, around the world this year. I've been everywhere. But what I do, and Susie knows this, when I'm away, she goes, "Can you switch off?" I go, "No, I'm learning shit for the business now." But I have great moments. Like I was in China and I was on the roof and it was unbelievable. I was with Matt that I train with. Every night we're having a tequila.
Mm.
And over there, you ask for a single, it's the whole glass. And then you get in a mad mood, you have another one. But then you wake up, again overseas, I wake up at the same time, I go to the gym at the same time, I clean. And then at night, I just relax. And I've done that again in Thailand. You work for the day and you learn new things to bring back. And like when I was in Thailand, I was with Rafa, and the guy's an unbelievable MC, entertainer, DJ. And I kept thinking about it. I go, how am I going to bring that feeling here? And it's funny because then we got 5 weeks in a row we got DJs, but I didn't think I was going to do that. But I kept thinking about him.
Yeah.
And it just created this action in me that I didn't think I was going to do. So if people say, "Well, you're going to do that?" I said, "No, man." And now I'm thinking, how can I create the feeling and the entertainment he creates there? And that's why I'm going back into the year with Susie, because he's opened up these new sports bars and he's got screens everywhere. And I go, how can I bring entertainment into the business? You know what I mean? Like real entertainment.
Mm-hmm. More experience.
More experience. And so, you know, everywhere I've gone this year has helped the business more. And it, you know, at different points, sometimes I want to switch off there. That's why I like going to America, because once the time zone goes, everyone's sleeping,
forced to switch
and I don't
off.
see nothing.
Yeah.
And I can just relax.
It's like a blessing in disguise.
No
isn't
WhatsApp
it?
pages or nothing, and you know, there will probably there's probably going to come a point where I'll have a second mobile and I will switch right off.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Like I honestly, like I feel like I'm turning 50 next year, and I said I'm going really hard, like in this next 12 months, probably harder than any year I've put in.
Yeah.
Right?
Do you have any big goals you want to hit before 50?
Yeah, like
Not just business goals.
look.
Annabelle's like, PB.
Well, it's funny.
We're going to come do a bench
Like
We can go upstairs.
I train every day. Fuck you, you're the PB queen.
Yeah,
fucking,
she
and
is.
king. I think queen and king.
Oh, man.
To be honest.
Annabelle's the strongest person in the
Fucking
gym.
animal, man.
Guys.
She was like lifting with
She's a fucking
chains, and all the boys are staring at her like, never going to have a
Like,
chance.
you know, it's funny. Arga goes, you know what? I think Annabelle should do like a hit. I should talk to her. That's a bit more powerful. She goes, you know, because I don't know if she's like the fitness side's her thing. I go, mate, have you seen that? Have you seen her fucking go in the class downstairs before?
Yeah.
'Cause she's a fucking beast.
She's an animal, this
Guys.
one.
Right? But no, but I was being,
Help me
I go, mate, don't just think, you know,
Yeah.
in that one area. But, you know, and like a lot of my goals, I love business. So like when people go like, what do you love the most? I like learning about all the different areas of business that can make us better. Because anything that can make us better gives our team more experiences, right? And I think about that. And I go, if I can build these things in different parts of the world, I can lead the way in giving the team more experiences.
Yeah.
And that's
What's
why...
your favourite, like, what's your favourite part of the business? Like, in terms of, like, something that you've achieved within the business, whether it's retreats, supplements.
Well, sometimes
like,
it's the little things, like say like Daniel's working on this thing with Titan Fitness, and it went from like being around 1,000 on Google to number 4 within a week.
So like the Google
And I'm like,
reviews.
I'm going.
But that's what I mean. Google
mad.
reviews. That's like real life experience.
No, but no, this wasn't. This was just back end stuff on the SEO.
Yeah.
But he said to me, then he goes to me, we need 700 to rank, like right at the top. And I go, all right, well, this is what we're going to get to. So that excites me. I go, well, how are we going to do that now to the team? And sometimes it's like small wins, but then, you know, like some of the things that I'm excited about is like, we've got the Strive compressions, we've got the hyperbaric chambers coming in, we've got the red light therapy beds. And guess what?
Really? We've got red light therapy beds?
Yeah, so, and what I'm doing is not, like I'm going to have a different tier membership, but all of you guys can use it for free.
Yeah.
So imagine going in the
Where are we
hyperbaric
going to
chamber.
put them?
That's so
I can't
cool.
tell you yet.
Okay.
It's a surprise.
Okay.
But
To be continued.
but it's going to happen next year.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the reason I was doing it was because I love going in there, and I go, how good is it going to be for my team to get re-energized in there?
Yeah.
And how good are they going to feel? So imagine you work for our team, and then you can utilize all these areas to energize you, to give you more confidence, to give you more
to perform better
everything,
mentally and
everything
physically.
mentally and physically. And so
Yeah.
I think about all those things. So that part excites me a lot as well. You know, I was just saying to Kenny, because a lot of the things that I'm doing are going to be overseas for this business as well. Like we're going to have a different you know, the first 3 months of the year is going to be very busy for me overseas, because I want to, you know, I want to be able to do something where the team goes, it felt so good to be a part of that whole experience. And you know, whether they want to be with us for 20 years, 10 years, whatever it is, I want people to go, I was a part of that. You know, I grew a lot out of that experience, and no one's quite been able to do it like that.
Well, we already do feel like that.
Yeah, you know, and you know, sometimes I feel young, right? But sometimes I forget I'm about to turn 50, and I'm old enough to be. I don't know if I'm old enough to be your father.
15. You're 15
how old are you?
years. I'm 35.
Okay, if I got married at 15.
Maybe.
No,
maybe
I
in
had a
year.
kid at 15 in high school. I could have
Yeah.
done it, but it's cool to be able to. But it's cool to be able to
Out of wedlock.
Because
see.
I'm like that too. I feel young, but then I'm like, I've been here for 10 years.
No, but you still
You
feel
are
like you're
young.
like in your 20s to me.
I 100%. I don't feel any different apart from
Yeah.
like more smarter in here.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And like more confident and all of that stuff. But
Yeah.
like, that's it. Yeah.
No, that's good.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
sorry, I'm just young.
You're just young. I mean, I've got 10 years on this one.
You're 27 now, yeah?
26.
26
Oh, okay, 9
fucking-
years.
I
9
know,
years.
So you were
growing.
21 when you started?
Yeah.
Far out.
We were little, I was 24.
Just a
24,
gal.
wow.
Girls, yeah.
Wow.
It's crazy.
How much has it changed for you, the team?
Oh
like,
my
if
God.
you look at the team now that we have compared
Oh,
to what
like-
we used to have?
Oh, I mean, it's like the culture, just like the standard increases. It increases. And like, obviously, like I remember that time you were in Europe and we like, that was like a huge shift.
Yeah.
And it was hard, but it was like a positive shift, you
Yeah.
know? And like, I think like everyone just levels up and everyone wants to be better. Do you know? Like, it's not like anyone's made to be better. It's like everyone comes in and they want to be better. And the team we have at the moment, like, it's
So
really,
good.
really good. Everyone's positive. Everyone supports everyone as well,
Yeah.
you know? And like, and that's a big thing. Whether you've got the skill set, but whether you've got the skill set or not, but you've got the care factor for the gym, for the community, for the members, like that's where you're always going to win, and the standard will always keep rising.
Yeah.
You know, and that's where I feel we're at with
Yeah.
the culture. And
Even
the team right
the
now.
creative team, like, you know, before it was like us filming all the time. Now you got Aaliyah, then you got Sam in front
Yes,
of the camera.
100%.
You know, and
But-
it
and that's
makes a
not
difference
even-
because you feel like, wow, I'm not alone here anymore.
No, exactly,
Yeah.
and because they want to as well. Like
Yeah.
even with Aaliyah, like she's not like made to like. Right, you've got to do this, get in front of the camera. She wants to. She'll ask me. She'll be like, "Can we do?
Yeah.
Let's do some videos for Substance today." Because you know, like it's like she wants to because she knows how incredible this place is, and she wants it to grow as like much as all of us do. I know
Yeah.
it's obviously your dad, like your business, and she's your daughter, but like she doesn't have to put in the extra. It's because
Yeah.
she cares, and everyone else is like that. Like
Yeah.
I see how the girls, I talk to members, how they are on the gym floor on their tours and stuff. Like everyone really cares, and like everyone knows that this place is the best, and like everyone wants it to succeed and grow because they want to be a part of it as well, you
Yeah.
know.
I remember when I
Which
used to
shows.
come in here way back when we first opened the gym, and this is how much I've had to grow as well. I used to come in and I will never forget, like it's probably the best it's ever been. And I used to come in, and this is where I had to change my mindset. I go, wow, am I worthy of being in here? Right.
Yeah.
So that was my initial how I used to feel in here, and I probably, to be honest, like probably the first 6 months I worked every day in here. I didn't have a day off, and then I had the other two gyms as well, so I had to get around to the other two gyms. So I wasn't here all the time, and once you can, and this is what I try and instill in everyone, even in my daughters, like even in Aaliyah. I go, what, and this is where you can shut down the ego. When I go, I'm not doing enough. So I have to believe I'm the best, and then I'm not doing enough. You see how it puts me back in balance, because then I never believe, I don't start to believe the bullshit and do nothing. And I think sometimes, the worst thing sometimes I always say to people is the pat on the back. your dad's like that, old school, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like
You got to be careful because
yes.
you'll get the pat on the back, and then you'll be comfortable.
But there's more.
There's like
There's
a
more
small.
to
It's
achieve.
it's like. It's literally where a small percentage of people live. It's like you get to this point where you acknowledge your achievements, but you stay hungry for a little bit more.
Yeah.
And it's like this very fine line where like a lot of people cross and they see their achievements and then they settle. Do you
Yeah.
know? But like it's like just finding that fine line where you see where you've come. Yeah, that's good, and you acknowledge it. But then you raise the bar even higher.
Yeah.
Do you know? And you keep raising the bar.
And it's hard. Like sometimes, I get it. Because there's certain people in my team they're going, mate, you're moving way too fast now. And at that point, it's not about me moving too fast. It's, we are. I'm not working hard enough.
Yeah.
Because then I go into that mode. I go, well, I've got to get around everyone. Then that means I'm not working hard enough. And then I get into that mindset. And I have to trigger myself. But like this week, I was fucked up, right? And I remember I get a coffee for Argo every Tuesday and Wednesday, and I got in at 6, and she's looking at me like this. Where the fuck have you
Where's
been?
my coffee?
Right, and I'm like, sometimes because the alarm will go off, I go, can I just breathe?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because when you've got sort of big goals, everything. It can't be secondary because you got your team and your kids and that, and I balance that side out as much as I can. And going back to that, it was my birthday last week and we went to this restaurant and Jaz wrote this really beautiful letter, and so did a boyfriend gave me this good card, and I said, I've never kept anything, but I'm keeping these two.
That's really sweet.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And it was because I inspire them. Right? And, when I look back at my life, I wasn't always that guy, right? And maybe I was afraid to become that person.
Why?
Well, because there's a lot that comes with it. You know what I mean? Because now you're the role model, right? So, if you look at rugby league or any sport, no one wants to be the role model because they know that they're going to stuff up somewhere. I'm comfortable with that tag now. I'm comfortable with being that person.
You're okay with if you make mistakes?
I'm sweet, but I want to be the role model. I want to say to people you don't have to be, I'm probably a lot more in control over everything now than ever before. So I'm much more comfortable with that tag because I'm in much, much better place. Like I can control more outcomes in my head.
I think you also you take accountability as well. If there is a mistake or if something does go wrong or not to plan, you always take full accountability of it as a leader, and that is leadership itself. You know.
The thing I got wrong before was when anyone comes to me and they go, "Oh, can that person change?" I actually believe it 100%. I used to think to myself, can I give 100% to that effort to make that person change? And the reason being is, what did I say to you? I used to walk in this gym, I didn't think I was worthy of it. At a point, if you're going to become a leader, are you the right role model? I wasn't worthy of it yet. I wasn't ready yet. So, when do you make that decision to do it? And you can give 100% commitment. I think it's in all of us. And sometimes I question myself. I could have done a lot of things earlier. Not that I have any regrets. There might be, a few here and there, but you can actually do it at any time. Once you switch that mindset on, you can do it at any time. And it's not like you can't have a mad time. Like you guys have seen me drink.
We've seen you drink, Matt.
I can let loose. You know what I mean? Kenny's seen me as well. In
We know
Fiji.
you're fond of a
How
tequila.
good was that time, bro? We had one of the the best days in Fiji, ever. And you know what was funny? It was before I'd done the first retreat, right? So we get there and I lose my wallet on the first day.
Did you?
Yeah, it was like 1,500 cash, all my cards, and my Louis Vuitton wallet that my wife bought me on the first day. And anyway, so I'm thinking, fuck, fucking hell, this is and then I had to bring myself back because there's Kenny, there's Clay, there's Matt. And on the second day, the weather was unbelievable. And then they said, let's get on this boat. And one of the boys goes, get the tequila bottle. We went to Cloud 9. The day was unbelievable. The water crystal clear. And you never forget those moments, right? I'm not saying go out and drink and do all that because, you know, I drank. And but we had unforgettable moments. And the next day I was back. You know what I'm like. If you're going to drink, like I challenge myself. I'm back at work. I'm back at work.
Yeah,
I'm back
you
at
do.
work.
Yeah.
And I punish myself.
You enjoy that challenge as well, like mentally.
I don't. Jaz, it's fucking a tough job. It's not a fucking.
Oh,
Look, you know when anyone says, "What kind of a challenge is that?" I go, "Trust me, man." You know, the next day I'm going, Mets, you've really fucking ruined yourself. Why? You know, like in the most sensible way, because you know when you drink alcohol, you can't get a deep sleep.
No,
Right.
I've had
That's the
2
worst.
drinks this whole year.
Yeah,
Have you?
but
Yeah.
yeah,
2
but
drinks this whole
the
year.
biggest thing is I show up the next day. Like I push myself and I show up the next day.
I think you show up no matter what.
Yeah, you have to, man. You have to. There's like you
Do you ever worry about stuff?
worry about stuff.
Do you just worry? Do you ever worry about stuff?
That's a good question. That's a good question.
Like, do you have any fears? Like, do you worry?
No,
I feel like you're
don't.
so headstrong.
I don't worry too. I get really angry. I
Yeah.
don't know if that's worry. I go, fucking hell, man, I'm gonna fix this up. So I get frustrated more so than anything. If you give me a timeline, I push the limits of getting there. Like I really go hard, and that's why like every day, I try and not get comfortable with anything. Like every day, like people go, you got to breathe. That's why I watch Seinfeld. You got to breathe. But I do that like late, 7:38.
I love that. So you try not to get comfortable each day.
Yeah, I can't
Yeah.
because you know, I go every day. I go, I'm not doing enough, and then I put on more work. Whether it's going to buy getting the DJs, you know, I just decided to do that room. I just woke up one day. I go, I got to finish the room upstairs, Pilates, lighting, everything. I just woke up and I go, and I do it at the worst time of the year, towards the end of the year,
Yeah.
to finish it all. You know what I mean? And I just wake up
What's,
and
what's the studio going to look like?
well, there's going to be blinds. The mirrors are going to go up, all the lighting, and you'll see the photos because you're going to take photos once the mirrors are gone in there.
Yeah.
And you'll see the Pilates beds, and then straight after that, not long after that, I'm getting the blinds put in, so that way we can change the feeling of that room with the blinds.
Yeah.
And with the lighting and the colour.
Jaz is going to take Metz and I through a
You are,
Pilates
yeah.
class.
I'm going to. I think like bringing Reformer Pilates to the gym is going to be like a game changer.
Yeah.
Because
They'll have everything.
it literally completes like the 3 components of creating like a fit, healthy body. You've got like your strength training, your conditioning, and then you've got Reformer Pilates, which is almost like your ability to move the correct way. It's almost like rehab.
Yeah.
Do you know, like Pilates is going to like lengthen your body, strengthen your core, prevent injuries. So it's like it kind of just like ticks the final box of like what we have to offer here amongst like the community, the recovery, etc. But on a training kind of like aspect, we've got conditioning down here, weight training upstairs, and then we'll have our like recovery Pilates area upstairs.
Yeah.
Which
100%. And then even when we bring the hyperbaric, and there's going to be other cooler stuff, but I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
It was funny because I was on a podcast the week before, and they go, mate, you don't talk about. They go, you do so much, but you don't talk about it. I said, well, I didn't have the website up for the substance, right?
Yeah.
And now it's up. Now I'm talking about it all the time. Same with these other things. They're already working on those websites, and I just give enough away, but I don't give it all away. And you know, when I drink too, I don't want people to think I'm an alcoholic.
Well, you're bringing it up again.
yeah, you bring it up again, third time.
But
now.
it is the silly
Should
thing.
we get the tequila out now?
And what I do is like I leave it for the weekend. You know what I mean? Like and I'll do a little bit for a moment. And so that I don't want people to think I don't drink, but what I want people to
cut that bit out,
understand is
Kenny.
We're
that you can
human,
have a great
though.
time.
No. I think your point is like life is still meant to be lived.
100%.
And you are connections not only in the business
Yes.
but with your family and your
Yes.
friends, and those are still very
100%.
those relationships are important, and they
Yeah.
make you who you are, and that's
Yeah.
how you show
And
up
I
in your
feel
business.
like that's really important for like our members to see, and people who do look up to you as a role model, because we see leader Met's on, which you are on 24/7, but Met's is also a dad. He is also a husband. He also has his own health and fitness journey, like that he's accountable for. Do you know? So like, there's all of these other things that some people just have those 3 things to focus on.
But that's why I think it's so important to show up as who you are as a person, to be really authentic and like share the truth and not pretend like you are some robot who has it all worked out and who is perfect, you know, because people want to relate to you, or they want to relate to us as coaches, because then they can go, okay, she's just like me, but she can do this, or he's had experiences like I have and he's achieved this. It's important to like share that. I know we're just talking about something small like having a tequila, but like,
but that's where it comes from.
You've got to be raw with your audience, raw with your members, raw with your clients, and be who you are.
Because you can connect with people, like even people who will listen to your podcast or see you online and maybe not even be a member, but they will still be inspired and they will feel more connected with you if they are like you. Do you know what I mean? And like the amount of things that you do, like it's actually incredible. And like, yes, you work at a very like high standard and you have a very high bar set for yourself, but like so can everyone else. Everyone can do all that stuff too. So I think it's great that we share more about like who you are and what you do and like the other side of Met's, the dad, the husband
that we get to see sometimes.
Yeah, the alcoholic.
You got to be relatable. No, you got to be relatable, man.
Well, that's everyone wants to, you got to be relatable.
That's it. It's being relatable.
I'll do a show
you know?
with you. Don't know about Jaz.
But that's what sets us apart as well, because that's what brings us back to community and like being a family, like acknowledged gym. Do you know? It's like it's community. It brings everyone together, and you're surrounded by like-minded people, and that's like that's where
connections are formed. And it's a feeling. I feel like I always remember you saying this to me, whether it was reception or when I did start coaching or when I started doing classes or when we were doing Elevate. You always said to me, it's a feeling. Like no matter what we're doing, we're trying to make people feel something.
Yeah.
Like, you always would put that in our heads. It's a feeling. It's a feeling. It's a feeling.
Yeah.
So
it's funny. I was saying in the office again before.
Yeah.
I was saying like
It's
know,
your favourite
I
word.
That well, I don't change it.
No, metric.
You feeling and metric is your top
How
2
are you
words.
going to measure it? Okay, what are you measuring here? What are you measuring? What are we measuring? Look, like you look at everything as a yardstick. So for me, it's not about like flashy cars or anything like that.
It's never been like
that. But what it
no.
is, like I use everything as a yardstick because I go, for me to improve or for me to feel good, I've got to be able to measure myself against something. Right?
I feel like it's like you're like addicted to getting better.
Yeah.
And to like moving the bar, hitting your target. Like hit your target, we hire the target.
Yeah.
It's not just about the reward. It's about like the progression of like getting to the reward. Do you know what I mean? And then like moving the reward even higher. It's always
about the journey,
It's always about the journey, yeah,
and then that's the best part, because when you could go to a workplace and you go, and I'm going to start doing this with the team, I go, tell me from Monday to Friday, what did you learn now? Because imagine you're coming in there and you're learning these new cool things that you're implementing, that you're seeing the results from. Because I go, now let's look at where you were at the start of the week, where are you now?
Yeah. Well, I remember when I first got here, it was like my second week, and you're like, here you go, read this book and then come back to me.
Yes.
I'm like, I have to read a book?
I remember too. I remember when we used to run the challenges and the Facebook groups, and you would be like, I want you to write a post every single day in the challenge group. Today's lectins. I remember like, I don't even know what a lectin was. I remember going home, I studied my butt off about lectins. I now know everything about lectins, and I wrote a post about it. The next day was
Sometimes
like,
I forget all the stuff I used to do.
yes,
you
like,
I had to do it like freaking 6 hours
And it
worth of
fucking
podcast.
works, right?
You know what?
I want you to write me your top 10 moments and your top 10, and then next day, are you ready? Like,
I remember when I
I
told
forget
you
how much I used to do.
I told you that I wanted to
So much
run
study.
a seminar. I wanted to run a seminar in the gym. Like, I'd love to be able to do that kind of thing. And I just say it like, you know, and I'm just like, like I want to do this or whatever. And then you got me to, after every one of my classes, or like maybe 5 classes, you got me to do a mini seminar at the end of the class, but I had to set my phone up with my phone. So I recorded it as accountability and had to send you the video. So after the end of the class, I had to talk about nutrition or something to get me better at public speaking that wasn't to do with the HIIT class. And then I had to send you the video
Yeah.
every time I did it to hold me accountable, so I was ready for the
Far
seminar.
out.
Then we did a seminar upstairs.
I remember that now. Fuck, just I had some good systems back
That
then.
was I remember
The
just
old
saying it
school.
to you, and then I remember you just texting me, being
And it
like,
was a
"Just
lot
send me
harder
video."
back then, Annabelle.
Yeah.
It was harder because the information wasn't as that ready.
No, we didn't have ChatGPT.
No.
We couldn't
No.
script our seminars.
No, it was
No.
hard. It was harder.
Yeah, we had to learn it. We had to sit there and
Yeah.
learn it. I remember going on Google and learning everything I could about a specific subject. So
Yeah.
I was so confident. If anyone asked me a question about nutrition, about lectins,
Yeah.
about training, I was like absolutely like bulletproof with my knowledge. I knew
Yeah.
what I was talking about, and that's the only way we had. The only
Yeah.
way we had to succeed.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
know?
Wow.
Yeah.
Fuck, I remember all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or even with Elevate, you'd be like, I want to do 3 ebooks
Do you remember that?
on training, mindset, nutrition.
Go.
And you'd be like, you have 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Here's all the things I want you to study.
But now,
And
how
it
good
was
are you
funny.
doing?
We go
ebook?
in, or you just sit in a room and talk, and I'd just
Yeah.
transcribe. And then we'd make it better and make it better, and then we'd
Yeah.
send it back. You'd read it, go back
Actually,
again.
you've done
make
a
it better.
very good job doing that, man.
Thank you.
I remember.
I learned how to write an ebook.
So good.
Oh, fuck,
We did
that's
a lot of
funny,
shit.
like- no, but wow, man. You know, and you know, like challenging people to do that just makes them better.
Oh, it's the best thing ever.
Yeah.
Well, I never wanted to be in front of a camera.
Remember,
ever,
you
ever.
you hated it.
I hated it so much.
Yeah.
Like watching myself back, posting it. I would get videos I wouldn't post because I'm like, there's no way
Yeah.
I can post. That. It's
I
so
think
embarrassing.
when you
Look, you know
when
what's
you
funny?
change your mindset towards like what you're like when you're on camera. I remember I used to be really nervous, but then I changed my mindset to like, what is the reason? Like, why am I doing this? What message am I trying to get across to someone? Like, I used to feel like that with teaching classes. Like, I'd be so nervous having like 30 people
remember
standing in
that.
front. But then I'm like, Jasmine, like, this is not about you. It's not your show. You have like, say like 2 or 3 minutes to explain and direct a safe class to 30 people who 15 of them probably have no idea. They've never done this before. So like, you're not on camera. This isn't your show. It's like, what's the real reason you're doing this? What's your purpose? It's to like give a safe, effective workout to all of these like members. Do you know what I mean? So it's like when you change like your reason why you're doing it, it's like the shyness of the camera comes off, like it disappears because like you want to get your message out to people. Do you
Yeah.
know?
And you know, like I'd done an interview with these accountants, and I really connected with them. And there was a video, and I was watching it, and it was funny because like if you look at our country, different to say the States, but you know, there's a tall poppy syndrome here, right?
Oh yeah,
And
massive.
you try,
What's that?
like I was thinking about it because you try not to be that,
Yeah.
but it's so
What's
ingrained
that?
in us. Tall poppy syndrome is like where you see you don't have that in you because I know what you like, you know, because it's like where you don't want someone else to succeed, right?
Oh,
Or like the
yeah.
person's fallen, right? And you go, fuck, I hope he stays there. I'm actually not like that because I actually want.
You're not like that at all.
No, I'm not like that, but because it's been like pushed into us here, you know, maybe when I was younger I used to feel like that more. But I want people to do well so I can chase someone.
It actually
And
comes.
I don't want that person to go down.
That actually comes from within though, and that comes from self-confidence.
I'll give you an
because,
example,
like, you
Jaz.
believe that you are pretty good.
You know,
already.
I'll give you an example, right? And this is one of the best examples I'll give. Sometimes I get messages from people and they'll go, I don't take this person on or whatever, right? Anyone that's ever left here, I've never done that to anyone in here. Never. And I'm talking about other business owners will message me like, I don't even talk to this guy. Why are they messaging me? Even if it didn't work out with someone in this business, I would never do that. And I have never done it. If anything, I've given them
That's
a good
weird, yeah.
reference.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, why would you not want that person to
To go
work
and
somewhere
succeed
else
somewhere,
and
yeah.
succeed somewhere else? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and you know, I don't think I don't think people should stop people from going and working somewhere else. And even if it doesn't work out there, maybe they can find the place that works out best for them, right?
Yeah.
I don't think you should do that with anyone. And that's why, like, when you look at in America, you could see a guy go to jail and then they make him the hero coming out to support the guy to go to the next level. In this country, unfortunately, we don't do that well. We don't do that well. And what happens is, you like sometimes I'll see it in my business when people will come in, and I go, fuck, they're coming from that place of that tall poppy syndrome. They're coming from
yeah,
that place, and I don't like it. Sometimes that sort of it pushes itself on you in this country. I feel a little bit, and you know, when I was with them and I seen that video, I didn't know whether I wanted to put it up. Like, I didn't give a fuck. Like, they put it up and then I reshared it, and people could relate to it. So everything is relatable. Like, they're just stories of it being relatable.
Yeah.
And people go, yeah, that's me, or that's me. Like, I'll put Charlie Teo on, and the guy's not even on social media, just go through the roof. And it's funny because I went into Gemini, into deep learning, into deep research, and then I just gave it this summary of what I saw the fitness industry to be. And then I challenged that against everything that's out there to say, didn't say, Mets, you're doing the right thing. It said, but this is the fitness industry. And it was everything that I summarized it to be, because it challenged itself. And, you know, like, we we'll go back to that word, that create that ecosystem, create that feeling. And then everyone wants to be part of it, whether they be trainers, doesn't matter who it is. It's funny because you guys go back, you know, the ebooks and getting in front of the camera and recording yourself. You know, those systems worked back then.
Yeah.
What happens though is the next generation coming through is a little bit different, you know. And it is. Like, you guys, like, how the fuck did I used to do half the things I pushed you guys to do?
Yeah, I know.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, do you remember when Ella, you went in the office, I go, she's supposed to do a class, right? And I go, what the fuck's going on in there, Jaz? She goes, mate, she's crying. She doesn't want to do the class. I go, get the hell in there. And you tell her to get in front of there. Trust me, she's going to be all right.
Yeah, and then she did it.
And she
then she ran the best. It was her first ever HIIT class.
And she killed it.
So she was in the office.
Yeah.
I'd been training her up. And I was like, right, tonight, I think it was like a Friday night. It was like a really random time, but it was busy. And she's in here crying because she was so nervous about getting up there.
Yeah.
Went in, gave her the Jasmine prep talk from Mets. I was like, you better do it because Mets is
going to kill me.
The prep was like, Mets is going to kill me if you don't teach this class. So get up and do it. So she ran the most amazing class. And then she became like the best HIIT instructor.
The best instructors,
Busiest classes.
Yeah.
Like, do you know, and that was from Ella. And she had zero confidence.
Zero.
But she listened. That's what Ella was. She was really good at listening. She would take like direction really well. Yeah. And she believed because she believed in herself because we believed in her. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And we pushed her to like, and she just started, she came from childcare and then it's just amazing it doesn't even matter like someone's skill set. It's like, what do they want? Do you know what I mean? And like, what are they willing to do? And I always remember you saying that to me when I first started working here. I was like, you don't have to be like the smartest person, but like if you're the hardest working person in the room, you will always win. Yeah. Hardest and smartest, but like the hardest person always wins. Yeah. Because like having a good skill set doesn't give you like a good ability to like work hard. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like,
you can't teach hard.
You can be book smart,
but like you can teach hard work, but hard work will always beat talent, right?
Yes.
Like,
that's it. I mean? Yeah, hard work always beats like talent.
She trains it. She puts it in.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when people see Annabelle lift, what they don't realise about her, she's so good with her routine. Like, she's relentless all season. Do you know what I mean? Like, she knows what she has to push and her numbers and where she has to get to.
Yeah.
She's so consistent on that.
Yeah.
And I think that's what keeps her very, very accountable. And like with you, like I know, like you're just fucking miss consistency. And like everyone will ask, like, why do you look like that? And how do you look like that? And it's that one simple rule. You're consistent. And consistency is hard work.
Yes.
It is.
Yes.
It
and
is
it's
hard
self-discipline.
Work. It is.
And it's like making sacrifices and it's saying no when you like don't want to say no. You know, and like that's literally where it comes from. And like
you said to me the other week, you go, let's go for a good no. I go, Jaz, very quick saying no's these days. Yes is a very quick, no's a very quick.
Yes, yeah.
I'm getting better at it.
Yeah.
I'm just getting better at saying yes and no fast.
Yeah.
Well, can we ask you, Mets?
Yeah.
As Jaz and I are running our new, well, not new, small businesses of our own.
Yeah.
What could you give like maybe 3 short key pieces of advice for us coming up into the fitness industry as coaches?
Well, funny you asked that question because I'm going to help you guys and probably in the next week or two. And the number one thing, because what I love about both of what you are both doing, is putting a lot more content in, right? Especially you, Annabelle, like you're putting a lot more content up, which is good. I would say become even more consistent on that, right? And what that means is, like, you always got to sacrifice a bit to create that as well. So you got to go, how can we film more? What do we need to do? And write it down. So just we can talk more about our supplements, right? Meds, can we leverage off here? 100%. So you got to look at your leverage points, right?
Yeah.
Okay, if we do these videos in the areas that we want to become part of, like a small business, which we're building into a bigger business, who can I leverage off, because I can promote that and talk about my experience and my feeling.
Yeah.
So, and if you can continue to do more content in the area of who you are, because like I love watching you're like, this is what I'm eating today.
Yeah, I
This is what
love
I'm
that
doing
too.
today.
I think it's really important, like we were saying about like...
The same with you, like just,
Yeah.
like, it was funny because I used to, at one point, show what time I was getting up, even though I was
I
getting
love
up.
Yeah,
at
I
time,
remember that.
You should start doing that.
And
I
then the
remember
red
seeing
cards
your
and the yellow cards, like
story.
people ask me.
Don't bring that
The
back.
4:25. Was it like 4:20
People-
a.m.?
People are asking about that as well. Like so another guy,
Really
like I was
motivating.
getting interviewed. He goes, when you're overseas, and it's fucking so easy, can you rate the other gyms? I said, actually, I can. So, because I go, I'm going to do that. And he goes, also, when you're overseas, can you show what you're eating and why you're eating it? I go, fuck, I can actually do that as well. So there's heaps of things you can do.
Yeah.
And like you are both online coaches as well. So how you step it out is you go, all right, I'm going to create more content. And then when I've pushed myself to a level where I can't take any more things on, I'm going to have to look for someone to help me.
Yeah.
Right? But you got to get to that point. You got to get to that point where you can do that.
Yeah.
And content is always the king. So like, say for instance, like people are asking me the same questions, like these guys at Latitude Accountants. They go, mate, why don't you do more training stuff? Because you're in the gym. They're asking me questions about what they wanted to know, and then I'm going, fuck, that's what everyone wants to know. So if you can start to put those in the pillars that you're already doing, and then go, okay, how am I going to create more interest and more funnels into that area, right? And then the more consistent you are over a long period of time, the results become much, much better, and they compound. They compound consistently. And if you can do that, and just show me, and then I'll just be able to look at it and pick it apart. Like, the great thing is you're in the gym where we have the ability to do that.
Yeah.
Right? And then, there's going to be a lot, like, remember when I said to you before, there's a lot of noise.
Yeah.
Like you go, what can I do? Well, some of the noise you have to cut out to be able to do that. You know what I mean? And this is where the sacrifice is a little bit challenging.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you have to make that sacrifice.
Yeah. And I think, like, I like what you said earlier, like how you will just have like your focus for the day, whether it's like 3 or 4 things, like, and they're like you're kind of like non-negotiable tasks to get done, and like everything else virtually is blocked out or it comes secondary to that.
Everything.
So I feel like that's like a really good thing. Like sometimes I can enter my day and I'm like looking at my calendar, I've got this, but like there's no order in priority sometimes, and I'm just, and then like some things get left behind. So I feel like just having like that structure in your day and like the 4 main things that are like your priority, and then like blocking out the noise.
You have to, because
because
like you want to build a small business, you got to go, well, content is king. Let me get that pillar right.
Yeah.
The second one is, how many clients can I really take on?
Yeah.
So you're going to know a number.
Yeah.
Because in that number, what you'll know is, can I service all of them?
Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's all about service. It's like giving your like our clients and members and audience like the best experience and as much like education as possible, so they can like we can help them.
100%.
So like that's also a thing, is like overloading yourself with too much like could also prevent that as well.
100%. Like when I was doing the supplements, I knew I had to go to Melbourne. It was funny the first time I went, right? It was a day trip. And I'm going to myself on the airplane. I go, how the fuck am I going to do this every second week? Getting on an airplane, going in the morning and coming back in the evening, right? Because honestly, like if I tell you what that day looks like, it's an hour and a half on the plane, an hour before you get there, that's 2.5 hours, an hour in the car to get there, an hour in the car to get back, an hour back at the airport, an hour and a half to come back, half an hour to get back to the house.
Yeah, wow.
So that's like 7 hours just in commuting, right? In a day. And so the first time I done it, I said, what you got to do, I go break it down. How many meetings can I have in there in that 7 hours that I could get back to each team member, and what can I do on the plod to connect with each team member? Is that going to give me more time to help more people? So my brain switched. Okay, this is how I'm going to do it, and this is how I can remain valuable to the team during that process. So I had to break each part down.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the number one is create more content. Know how many people you can take on, because as you get busier, and the third part will be like, and you're already consistent, but look at your your messaging consistently, and ask yourself, is that who you are? And then also ask yourself, who do you want to become too? Because you might be able to start adding that persona in a bit more.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, and people like to see like, geez, they said they're going to have this goal and they achieved it, and they love to watch that. They love to see if you've achieved that goal.
Yeah.
Because then it's like simple. Like, what did you do? Man, I just done this thing where I just focused on these 3 things, and I just blocked everything out. It doesn't mean that you still didn't go out and have a few drinks and that, but you just knew what you had to do for those, 5 days or 6 days of the week.
Yeah.
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 Being relatable again.
Well, you
Exactly.
don't have to cut everything out. To
No,
get
no,
there.
no.
I don't, and I'm still able to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. How do you balance your own like health and fitness with business?
Oh, like, man, I train every day. Like,
Yeah.
I make sure that I do some form of activity every single day.
Yeah.
That's a non-negotiable, right? And like, 80% of the time, my diet's like how I eat's on point. 80% of the time. Sometimes I want it to be 100%.
Yeah.
Sometimes I want it to be 100% more often, but I go, if I stay within the weight that I have to be in, and I move every day, then I'm in close range of where I want to be as well.
Yeah.
So you got to stay within those numbers, and again, I have to be consistent. But I always say to everyone, man, like how you train and look and feel is so important. So important, man, because that's going to make you help you do more work.
It's
going to take
how you show up for
I agree.
yourself.
It's
every
going
day.
to help you with more action.
Health is everything.
It's everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
Man.
And like training and having a routine, like we always talk about this, like in our like even in the podcast we've just done, like talking about like like showing up for yourself and like building self-confidence so you can like achieve what you want, and like having training as like the baseline can like push so many other things. Just like self-discipline of training, getting up, seeing your
Self-respect.
potential, having more respect for yourself, and like working with your body and like not against it. And when you start feeling good, like mentally and physically, like you're able to say yes to more things, you're able to do more things, whether that's business or whatever. But I think like just the foundation of it all, like fitness is like, it's
That's the
baseline.
foundation.
Yeah.
It's the best industry. It
It is.
changes
Yeah.
lives.
It really does.
It's everything. I mean, it means everything to us, clearly. But
Look, I
it's-
wouldn't be able to do this many days in a row or work this hard if I didn't love it.
I know.
Yes, yeah.
I
yeah.
wake up
couldn't.
every day like excited to go to work.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Truly.
Yeah.
I
It's
do.
It's
Yeah.
so special, so lucky.
No, we're so lucky to
Yeah.
I've
have
seen
this.
this thing before, like you don't have to be passionate about what you do to be successful. Yeah, possibly, but again, mate, what a shit fucking
shit
life
life.
that would
Shit
be.
life
Yeah.
that
You know what I
would
mean?
be.
Like,
yeah.
and I'm not saying that doesn't work, and I'm not trying to put anyone down, but I've seen it too many times.
Yeah.
I'm going, fuck, like, I've done jobs I hate.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like the food business. It's not me.
No.
And I had to do that because under the different circumstances, I had to actually do that. And I didn't enjoy Jaz. Like, I didn't. If people ask me, I go, mate, I didn't. Well, you worked in hospitality.
Yeah, for years, yeah.
But you done it. You didn't do it because you enjoyed it. You done it because
You
that
just
was
have
your
to.
choice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think for me, like doing that before this was great because it like I learned a lot about people and like that kind of thing, and like communicating with different humans and
Yeah.
all of that stuff. But like, I guess for you, when you did that was like an experience itself. Like Stevie and Marley's, like, I mean, we built something amazing there, and it's still going strong with your foundation and my smoothie menu.
Killed
But
me, mate. Fucking, I was lucky to be alive. Look,
Yeah.
you know what it is? I know what I definitely don't want to do.
yeah,
Like, you know, people like, and you know what? I must be, you know, love punishment because I've done it 3 times throughout my whole life.
what
The first time I was
let's
19
just check
when
that
I
I
done it.
really don't want to do this anymore.
I didn't even like it the first time. Then I had another crack a second time, and I'm going, why would I do that? And then a third time, I go, I must be. Look,
You're a
the
bit
third
crazy.
time was a little bit under different circumstances, and why I done it. But yeah, like I love the fitness industry. I go to expos all around the world. I love being there. I love getting on equipment. You know, I talked at the Sydney Fitness Expo. I love getting out there in front of the people and being able to do that. You know, the fitness industry's been my life for 27 years, and I wouldn't change it for the world. I think we're all blessed because we love it as much as we do.
yeah.
Because not everyone is like that.
No, I feel like not everyone gets the opportunity to do what they love as well. Do you know what I mean?
That as well, man.
Like
So
we have the
so,
opportunity
yeah.
to do what we love,
Love,
and
yeah.
like that. This is our life. Like, and we get to do that every single day, and we get
Yeah.
to help people as well. Like, that's a blessing itself.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So
But, you know, one thing I want to say is, like, how proud I am of both of you, because the way you guys talk in front of the camera now and how natural it has become for you guys when it was so uncomfortable. I'm glad I pushed you guys like I did. It's a proud moment, you know, and I think it's fitting for us to do one of these end of this year because of how far we've come, how far you guys have come, how far this studio with these new chairs have come.
Very comfy.
I think it's important for people to understand that, you know, we are about growth, and when you come to Titan Fitness, that's how we make you feel. And I mean, you know, any one of our clients, that's what we foster because that's who we are.
yeah,
That's our culture.
yeah,
So I think it's been great to do this with you guys, and like always, I'll keep pushing you guys hard,
Please
and
do.
I'll keep
Yeah.
taking us to that next level. And I don't forget about everything you've said to me.
Oh, we know.
It's gone into
we know.
it's gone into the filing cabinet here.
Yeah,
We know.
And I remember those things, and you know, I kind of had a plan anyway, but you guys are going to get to see it, so it's going to help your growth because, like I said to you at the start, you know, I think you guys are, you know, 2 people that, you know, have the ability to become world renowned. You know what I mean?
thank you.
Thank you, Matt.
We're on a mission, Matt.
We
We're
are
on
on
a
a
world
mission.
domination
Fashion
mission.
yeah.
Yeah. Nobody's ready for next year. We're
Yeah,
all going
yeah.
to dominate.
Yeah, 100%, man.
Watch out, world. We
Yeah,
are
Yeah.
coming.
that's it.
But thank you, Mats. We're grateful for you. And we're grateful for Titan Fitness and Susie and the fam for having us
Yeah.
for so long.
No, and
And
we're
we feel-
excited for the growth and
Yeah.
to evolve more as like individuals, as trainers, as leaders, and with the gym as well. We've got to keep up with it. It's going to
100%.
We
outgrow
love it.
everyone.
I know.
Stay tuned to everyone, eh? Really?
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. But look at us,
More
though,
to
but you're a
come.
guest on our podcast.
Nah,
Who
fuck.
would have bloody thought?
Who would have thought, man? You know what's funny today? I thought I'd do another podcast at 11. It was next week. And I
Oof,
said to Ken,
that
you know
would've
the
been a big
problem
day.
is I don't take care of the bookings.
Oh, you just rock up.
And I rang the guy. I said, okay, this is not like I usually do, eh? We usually got it more like
Yeah.
on point. But like it was funny because we said we've got to get more people to interview me to get to know me a little bit
Yeah.
better.
Oh,
And,
well, we
you
are
know,
honoured to be the
Yeah, to be
be able
fair.
to do
Second,
that.
yeah.
Oh,
Second.
I think we were
damn.
quite light on
First
both, to be
females,
honest.
though.
I
We were
reckon-
a bit light on you.
First female.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
Give me one hard one then, like last one.
You actually answered it.
Did I?
Yeah.
That's
My
good then.
question was like, hang on.
Yeah.
It was for everyone watching who thinks success is just grind and grit. What's the emotional toll they don't see?
Oh.
Like, what's the price of being the pillar of Titan Fitness?
Look, let me answer that question because the biggest price you have to pay is you have to get rid of the old you. That's somewhat comfortable, and it's so hard to get rid of that person, and that's the person holding you back.
That was a good answer, Matt.
Mhm.
That was
Deep.
a very good
Yeah.
answer.
Yeah.
And then, what's the hardest thing you've never admitted publicly about being the leader everyone relies on?
the hardest thing haven't admitted was when I failed, and I felt like I let people down, and I don't admit that to anyone, because I have to go, well, you failed here, like now go back to the drawing board, and you got to do the work. And I don't like for anyone to feel sorry for me on that part, because if I take this job on, I have to be accountable for that. And it was hard because you can't let that out to anyone. That's on you, That's on you.
Wow, that's really good. Okay, last one. This one's more about culture. What are the non-negotiables you've enforced that have preserved Titan culture?
The non-negotiables have been like, if I put you and I challenge you on what you've said and you don't do it, I go, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you because I go, that's what you want. And I found this, that when I don't push them or I don't help them get there, they don't like working here. And I've seen that in people, and they feel like they're not growing, and it affects them, and it affects everyone in the team.
Yeah, because like when someone's like growing, and they're evolving, like they're going to be happier essentially.
100%.
Do you know? So like the unhappy ones are the ones that aren't evolving, that aren't growing, that either don't want to be pushed, can't handle being pushed, or haven't stated
and
clearly what they want.
And they'll bring the rest of the people down.
Yes.
Yeah, I was going to say, or you are pushing them, but they don't want to be pushed.
Yeah, they're not
ready.
Push, and then eventually they take everyone down.
Yes, yeah, that's it.
And I've seen that too.
Yeah.
Over and out. Thank you, girls.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you, Mads.
Thank you.